everybody, Matt Travis coming to you at the Potential You. Tonight I got a special guest. This is my new buddy Jude. He's a recent addition to our family. And I wanted to talk to you about why I think having kids is a lot like improving your health and taking on a health transformation. So the first thing with this is, with both things, you have to plan, right? And you definitely have to plan for both, okay? And anybody that has kids out there knows that it takes a lot of planning, not only at the beginning stages of figuring out, if you can afford a child, but also planning for, all the different things that they go through. So that's step one, and then you have to think when you're planning for a health transformation, you have to plan, when you're gonna eat healthy. You're gonna have to plan when you're gonna exercise. You have to plan when you're going to take time for breathing and meditation and all that stuff. So they both involve planning. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, you have to prepare for both. And if you don't prepare, things don't go well. Okay? Example, have to make sure we have enough milk pumped so that you can, so my wife can sleep in the morning time and I can feed him and take care of him. And he likes this thing that I have him in, so it's pretty cool. Hi, everybody. This is the third thing, and preparing for your health transformation, you have to make sure you prep your food in the day. You got to make sure you put your clothes out before you go to the gym, right? You got to make sure that you are prepping your, yoga mat or whatever it is that you do. So you have to make sure you prepare and plan for all of these things, okay? Number three, we have to know that there are going to be ups and downs. There's a big one, right? So with kids, there's nights he'll sleep, and then there's nights he won't sleep. There's times he's happy, there's times he's unhappy. With both my kids, there's times they get sick, there's times they're rambunctious and running around the house, okay? So that it's all over the place, and the same goes with any health transformation you go through. There's going to be ups and downs in that. And you're going to have times where you feel like giving up. And that's what I explain to my members, that's deception setting in. Okay, so we work you through that. And the same thing goes on with kids. You feel like, how can I keep doing this? Like, my wife is a freaking trooper, guys. Like, she's like my idol right now. I don't know how she does what she does with getting up for the nighttime feedings. And she just makes it happen. She gets it done. And that's the same thing. You got to kind of just get it done when it comes to a health transformation. You're going to have to push through stuff that you don't really want to do. And that's what's going to get you the results that you want to get, okay? Fourth thing, and this goes along with the ups and downs, you're going to be tested. And there's going to be times where your patience are tested. You're going to be on little sleep, and he's going to be freaking out, and he's going to want milk, and he's not going to, he's going to be all out of control. And then your other child, maybe if you have another child, is going to be all over you and wanting attention and so on and so forth. So you're going to be tested. Your will is going to be tested. And yet as parents, we push straight through it, right? Bad things happen, and we get back up and keep going because we have a very strong why, right? So you have to, this is imperative with health transformations. You have to have a strong why in order to get you the results you want to get, okay? So you're going to be tested in a health transformation as well, whether it's physically, mentally, which is huge, okay? Emotionally, all those things. Oh, Jude, you got a shout out. Hi, Meg. So all those things are going to test you guys, all right? Number 5. When you get tested, you're going to have to grow and you're going to have to adapt, right? So with kids, I mean, anybody that's had their first child and they're like, oh, I got this. And then you have your second child and that child is completely different. And like this one loves to be held all the time in this thing. Kai never wanted to get into this thing. This one loves to eat all the time. Kai would eat, but he wouldn't eat all the time. He wouldn't keep us up as much during the night. So you're going to be tested in different ways for different kids. Health transformation is the same way. Okay? You're going to be tested in different ways, and you're going to have to adapt to the new things that you're taking on, the new habits you're adopting. And that's a super key point. Okay? So you really have to be willing to adapt and go through that. Now, that's where your why comes in. Your big why will come in when you get tested. Oh, you okay? And you have to adapt. Okay, so you got to get that why in check. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing, the reasons behind it. Okay? And then last but not least, both things go through an evolution. Okay? So health is an evolution. I explain this to my members all the time. It's an evolution that you go through. It's not just throw everything at it at once and see what sticks, because that's just overwhelming and it's too much. You have to slowly ease your way into it, and you have to evolve over time. I am constantly evolving from a health perspective, not only in my knowledge, but also in just the way that I exercise and the things that I do, and just meditation and all of those things. It's always changing. However, I stick with the main principles. Kids are the same way, right? They're constantly evolving and growing and all those things. And yet we still feed them every day, right? They still have to sleep. You still have to, clean up their poop and stuff like that. So it's very similar, guys. It's very similar, and it's all comes down to your why. Okay? We have a driving why with this guy and my other son. They're the biggest part of our lives. And the health part is huge, because my why behind taking care of myself and having a really high level of health is because I want to be around so that I can see them reach their full potential. So I can see them get married, have their own kids, all those things. That's why I do what I do. And if you're feeling at this point in time like you're stuck, and this is making some sense to you, and you're like, I remember what it was like to have kids, and it was really hard to maintain my health. I feel you, man. I know about that. Having the second one has really tested me, and I've had to adapt. I've had to evolve. And I just had to make it work, because your health is the most important thing that you have. So I have one group going through my program right now. I'm taking my second group at the end of June, early July. If you feel like you're that type of person that's ready to make a change and have a health transformation, and maybe you have kids, I'm throwing out an interesting part of this challenge, and I already have 2 participants in this challenge, which is pretty cool. Actually 4 technically. So this time I'm taking people in that have kids. Okay, so if you want to go in with maybe your significant other, so husband and wife combo, that's fine, or husband and husband combo, or wife combo, that's fine. Totally cool. That's very much a part of it. I also right now have a mother and daughter combo, and I have a mother and son combo. So, pretty cool. We're going to have them, they're part of our team, and they're teaming up together to evolve their health as a family. So this next challenge is going to be a family health challenge. All right? So if you and a family member want to change your health, maybe it's you and your kid, and you're ready to do this together, let me know. Send me a comment. Okay, I'll send you some information. I haven't necessarily launched the program yet, so it's real early. But like I said, I already had 2 people reach out to me after I took my last group in. So guys, if you feel any of this and you remember what it was like to have kids and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to take my health back now. I can do it. I had kids. If you can have kids, you can get your health back. I'll tell you that. Because having kids is not easy. All right? And if once I take him off, he's going to cry. So guys, totally awesome. You know, it's great to have you all on tonight. And like always, keep showing up, preparing, planning, adapting, all of those cool parts of life, because that's what you're going to need for kids. That's what you're going to need for health transformation, all of those things. And like always, you're going to get some phenomenal results, guys. This is the best result of all. Him and my other child. So that's what it's all about. Have an awesome night.